And we are live on Sports Today on day 2 of the IPL auction. And even though people thought that day 1 was going to be the blockbuster where the marquee players would get all the money, in fact, contrary to that sort of a thought, what you saw was marquee players didn't go for a lot of money. It was the players that came later in the auction that fetched a lot of money. Names that come to your mind are Ishan Kishan topping that bid at 15 plus crores, and then Shreyas Iyer at 12 plus crore. These are the headline makers. In terms of uncapped players, Avesh Khan comes to mind at 10 CR, the highest uncapped player to be sold in the history of the IPL auction. The surprising picks were Nicholas Pooran and Hasaranga going for 10 plus crores. So what is on the menu on day 2 of the auction? That's what we are going to look at. What is it that the teams need? That is what we will be discussing. Some big names that really come to my mind at the moment, that who could be the ones that you're looking at, who could go in terms of a high bid, would be Liam Livingstone. That comes to my mind, one all-rounder that you'd be looking at, and there will be other players as well. Names that you can tell.
Another player that would be in the fray is Odin Smith. I felt the 2 games he played, he got a few wickets and then showed that he could add those 30-40 quick runs at the end of the innings. So I feel franchise might go for him because they actually look for players like that. And they all...
Alzari Joseph?
Alzari Joseph could also be one of them. But I think Odin Smith, because of his batting prowess, I think has a better chance of getting a bigger payday than Alzari Joseph.
So I have a few names in mind. I'll just run through those names. You tell me if they could fetch some high bids. There is going to be Vijay Shankar. Again, why I'm saying people will say, oh, he hasn't been doing great, but because, Indian all-rounders are rare commodity. So Vijay Shankar is one. Shivam Dubey, same category, a fast bowling all-rounder. Raj Angad Bawa, the under-19 star, people are saying he could be that guy who goes for a lot of money. Saurabh Tiwari, even though, people were writing him off, but last season
he did well for Mumbai. Yeah. He was brought into the side.
Mumbai will also go for him because Mumbai didn't buy too many players last evening or the entire day yesterday. In fact, see, if you go by what teams have already bought so far, I still feel, for example, Gujarat, they still need a wicket-keeper batsman.
Yes.
And wicket-keeper batsmen, there are a lot of wicket-keeper batsmen available, but they are all foreigners. Majority of them are foreigners. For example, Sam Billings might just come back again. Then you have
Matthew Wade.
You have Matthew Wade. Sri Lankan wicket keepers are also there. Then Joshua Phillip, Tim Seifert. So these are a few names. And if I look at Gujarat, I think they need a few of the top order batsmen also. And maybe somebody like Tim Seifert, Joshua Phillip, because they can keep wickets. They are top order batsmen. And also the Indian players, it will be interesting to see what happens with somebody like Ishant Sharma. He is also...
Ishant Sharma is currently not available for the Delhi team also. People are trying to get in touch with him that can he play Ranji Trophy. He is incommunicado, so we don't know where he is.
So Ishant Sharma, maybe he's rested himself just to be sure that he's available, fit and available. Of course, he is injury prone, but if I'm not wrong, in the entire list of 590 or 600 players now, the players who were supposed to go under the hammer, I think he's the only one who's played 100 tests. Owen Morgan is going to come, will be there today. Will be interesting. Who
will go? Will KKR? I don't think now they will go. They've got their captain in Shreyas Iyer, and as a batsman, Owen Morgan makes no sense.
Also, they tried him last year. That did not work out. He was also not in form. Both him and Dinesh Karthik, they struggled to get runs last season. But because he's a captain, you might look at him. Franchises like Punjab Kings might look at him as captaincy material. So you never know. After what happened with Nicholas Pooran yesterday, you can never guess who's going to get how much money.
So Marco Jansen
is a big player, but who will come up? I think another player we haven't talked about, utility player, even though his fitness can also be an issue at times, is Nathan Coulter.
Nathan Coulter, Mumbai or Delhi, because every time every time he was asked to, he played for Delhi.
He played for Mumbai.
Mumbai last season.
Yeah.
And whatever little opportunities he got, I would say, because Trent Bolt and Jasprit Bumrah were their premier bowlers, and whenever he was asked to come into the 11, he performed. So Nathan Coulter, I still feel that maybe Mumbai will go for him once again. David Malan is another player. Then Shivam Dube, you've already mentioned. Liam Livingston, Khalil Ahmed, a left-arm fast bowler. Sunrisers Hyderabad, or maybe Gujarat can go.
Do you think Aaron Finch could be one of those that the franchise go for?
No.
Not this time.
Ngidi, CSK might just want to have him back in their 11. Navdeep Saini is there. Chetan Sakaria is there. Ishant, we've already mentioned. Sandeep Sharma, another good.
But had a very bad IPL last time.
But
Yeah.
he is.
Otherwise, yes.
He's a proven performer as far as IPL is concerned.
But see what happened.
At least in the power play overs, he does well. But last time he went for a lot of runs.
But see what happened to Suresh Raina. One bad IPL season.
Piyush Chawla.
Piyush Chawla didn't have a bad IPL season, doesn't get too much chance. But I think as a backup spinner, not a bad option. Backup spinner, you can have.
Amit Mishra.
Injury.
Karan Sharma also. CSK had Karan Sharma
Amit
also.
Mishra went unsold. You
Yesterday.
think he might just get a few takers today?
If I was a franchise owner, I would definitely bid for an Amit
Absolutely.
Sharma. 100% match winner. And people are forgetting, even last season, the few matches that he played did very well for Delhi Capitals. I don't know what the scouts there sitting on the table were seeing, but Amit Mishra, even, see, sometimes you take a look at the age of the player.
He's
but
also one of the highest wicket takers in IPL history and proven performer that way. It's just that he's older now.
But my point is, for a leg spinner, how does it matter if you're...
True, Praveen Tambe played for how long? Amit Mishra's record in the IPL is actually, I think so, right next to Lasith Malinga in terms of the wicket.
Second highest wicket.
Highest. So the pedigree is shown in the past. I think so. Franchise at the end, if they have money, they might go for him.
Okay, let's take a few questions. Plenty questions coming. Under 19 players, we've got a question. Who are the under 19 players that you think are going to go? I've picked, my top pick is Raj Bawa is going to be the one that, because he's total T20 type, fast bowler, big hitter.
I think another player that nobody has talked about that much is Dinesh Bana. The last two games in the semi,
He's not there.
all under 19 players were included. They said
He's
not.
not there. So none of the Haryana. In fact, it was an afterthought. Hangrekar is there. Yash Dhul is there. Raj Angad Bawa, you've already mentioned. Vicky Oswal, the left arm spinner, who got, if I'm not wrong, around 12 or 15 odd wickets in the under 19 World Cup for India. These are the players who are there. I think it's not. If we thought that yesterday, of course, was a power-packed day with the marquee players or the star attractions all being sold, but today I think is also going to be pretty interesting because franchisees. I think the maximum a franchisee. Any franchisee has on their roster as of now is
23 or something, isn't it?
11 players.
No, achha, roster, I'm saying the money left.
I'm saying in terms of players.
Yeah, so Lucknow said they've got 11. They did the best business on day one. And we had Sanjeev Goenka tell us that they only want 7 more. They're happy with 18 players.
So Delhi Capitals and Sunrisers.
So 7 crores left, 7 players needed. Some will go for more than one, some will go for less. They're sorted, they said.
Delhi Capitals and Sunrisers have 13 players each right now.
Delhi and
Sunrisers.
Delhi and Sunrisers.
How much purse do they have left?
Sunrisers have 20.15 crores and Delhi has 16.5 crores.
You said, what did Mr. Goenka tell you?
He said that we've got 11. I said, see, now you've only got 6.9 crores left. And you've got only 11 players. So I was looking at 20. So 9 players with just 6.9 crores. Will you get them? He said, no, we only want 7 more. 18 is good for us as a squad. So 7 more is, if they get more is another thing. But I think 7 they want minimum. And 7 crore for 7 players, because some will come very cheap, some may go. So he thought they are fine.
But they've got their core already. So I think
Exactly,
they would not worry so much about who they're going to get today, because they have actually gone big yesterday. And for me, after the day one of the auction, Lucknow Super Giants look a formidable side already.
But what they might do is, I think the one they'll go big for, and nobody will mind. There's like all-rounders. Like say a Shivam Dubey. I know Rajasthan will go for
True.
it. I'm convinced Rajasthan will go. But I'm saying as a Lucknow franchise got all bases covered. If I'm sitting there, I'll say, okay, let's say if I can spend 2 crore on a few players and 50 lakh on other. So I'll say, okay, let me go for 2. If I get him, okay, till 2 I'll go. If I don't, no problem. So let me, or they'll sit back and wait till where the auction is going. And if they see someone is going for around very less, why not jump in, take him?
Yeah, somebody who they thought might go for 2 crores and still not being sold at 20 lakhs, they might go for him. Exactly.
The other thing Mr. Goenka said is, when I said Quinton de Kock you got for 6 odd crore, is it a steal? He said yes. We had 9 crore in mind for him. We got it for 6. 3 crores saved directly.
No, that
Actually, those were the buys we were talking about yesterday. Quinton de Kock, David Warner, Faf du Plessis, who we thought are going to fetch a lot higher, but still somehow though 6 to 7 crores, all 3 of them sold.
Answer this question. Will CSK go for Suresh Raina? Answer it.
I think yes. Yes. Suresh Raina will join CSK most likely. To be very honest, he's not going to go unsold. Whether he goes to CSK or Lucknow or any other franchisee, unfortunately Lucknow, as Nikhil mentioned, they've got close to just 7 crores now.
Have you seen how well dressed he has come? Have you seen Mr. Saransh?
Tip top Saransh.
Yesterday, people were praising his white shoes. They were saying, what a well-dressed guy. Today he has come wearing, look at him. Just look at the... I'll wait for some...
Rahul Bhai and I are the casual people.
You always have
No,
to
I have to do
keep
TV,
up.
that's why I'm dressed. Otherwise, I would have been in jeans. So you were saying
Suresh Raina, yes. My answer would be yes. But guys, a lot of players are going to go under the hammer today.
One more question.
Yeah.
Let's answer that. Your thoughts on Charu Sharma? He wants to know. I'll say, Dhruv, I'll tell you. He did a great job for someone to have come just instantly. But I'll give you some sort of a backgrounder. Once the current auctioneer had fallen and had a medical condition, there was a reference point there, because Karnataka Premier League happens in Bangalore and Mr. Charu Sharma has been an auctioneer for the Karnataka Premier League. I'll give you another backgrounder also. One season he couldn't do Karnataka Premier League and I was approached to do the auction. Yes, but I got cold feet. I said, something I've never done. Anchoring is different from auctioneering. And even though the money on offer was pretty good, I said no. No. I would have, no, because it's not, never done it.
They could have flown in fact, they could have called you.
No, he was their number 1 choice for Karnataka Premier League. He was not available that season.
apparently
He does
now-
every year.
Yes, and
He was not
Karnataka
available.
Premier League. I think he does auctioneering for a lot of other things also, artifacts, not just cricket or
Oh,
sports.
okay.
Other. So that is the reason that why he was the number 1 choice.
So also,
of course, he
also
stays
another thing that people don't know about. So Brijesh Patel called him up. So the story is, after all that transpired yesterday, Brijesh Patel called him up and said, "Ki where are you?" Charu Sharma replied that I am at home. So he said that is just 10-15 minutes away from our hotel. Please come, we need an auctioneer. So that is the whole story of how it all
Because
happened.
Brijesh Patel looks after that Karnataka
But
Premier
today,
League, so that is
yes. And today, of course, Charu Sharma is again going to continue. He will be the auctioneer today as well. Although
There is a message by the current auctioneer saying that he's fine, and that's good to hear, reassuring to see that he's come out and given a message saying I'm fine. But of course, because of health, he cannot continue. But I have an auctioneering experience in the Gurgaon Premier League.
You were talking about the
Yes,
small kids.
and there were some kids, and one of the kids' name was Arav Gupta also, who came up in the auction while I was the auctioneer.
are you sure?
Yes.
You were there.
I did the auction. I was the auctioneer. Yes. But while I said no to Karnataka Premier League, I did that. I did that because this was not at that level where
No, I know.
someone would have seen and said, oh, he's goofed up.
I
So
know,
said,
I
at this
know.
level you
I
can
know.
goof up. For first attempt should be low. If next time, you want
I
to
think
go.
Push Academy
Yes.
was the
Yes. And can I tell
brain
you,
behind
I was again reluctant to do that as well. I told him because I've never done it. But when I did it, I had so much fun. So much fun, I can't tell.
So then, are you regretting that you did not do Karnataka Premier League because they were paying you the big bucks?
Yes, I am regretting it. I should have done it. Who knows if I had done it then today?
Exactly.
He might have been called yesterday and said, Mr.
Yeah.
Where are you? Please,
Yeah, come.
So also, this is a question, and I want to.
Have you
ask
come
this.
prepared with your research?
Yeah.
Who are the players to watch out
Tell
for?
me.
Please tell us.
Who's the biggest name today?
They're putting him on the spot.
Biggest name today.
Come in, Abhi.
Yeah,
No, there is no space that side. So that's it. Done.
Okay.
Now we are perfect. Come.
Great. Yeah. Who's the biggest name today?
Likes of Martin Guptill and
Martin Guptill?
yeah,
Is he-
Conway. They
is he
are.
there?
Yeah, he's in
They're
there.
going to be.
Devon Conway.
Devon Conway.
I was saying this yesterday.
He may go unsold today. Are you sure Guptill is the biggest name?
He's a big name. Sold and sold is a different
Okay, Arun,
story altogether.
you joined late. Tell us players to watch out for.
The first pick will be Tim David.
Tim David, yes. Sinan, give some research on Tim David.
Yes.
So,
Our in-house BBL expert.
BBL expert or not, Tim David, everybody's been seeing him perform at T20 leagues all around the world. By the way, just a couple of days back, he was signed by the Lancashire Lightning team also in the T20 Blast. So I'm assuming because his base price is also just 40 lakhs that he'll actually fetch a big amount, and for what he has shown in the
Aiden
PSL
Macklem is the
also.
first name going to
PSL
the
also last 3-4 games. One game he scored 70 odd runs from 40 odd balls. One game he scored 60 odd runs, batting at number 6. So imagine if you need some sort of finisher, and apart from all that, he bowls handy off breaks. So if franchises are looking for those Tim David, yeah. So 1 or 2 overs because he was bowling for Hobart Hurricanes. At times he was bowling 4 overs also.
He was in RCB, right?
Yeah, he was.
See
He
him going to RCB again.
I don't know. RCB have already spent so much money on players like Hasaranga, and Tim David for me, he was there last season, played a solitary game, but
But they didn't give him enough
Sunrise
chances.
is
One
heading
game
for
didn't
Aiden
give.
Macklem.
Bright future says, watch out, Vander Dusen could be the highest bid. I kind of agree. He's going to be. But I have a feeling maybe an Indian all-rounder may go. Foreign maybe Vander Dusen, I don't know, or a fast bowler. Foreign fast bowler. But
Fast
Indian.
bowlers, there is one underrated pick which I would feel that franchises should go for, Blessing Muzarabali.
Oh,
He's a good
tell us-
bowler.
tell us.
Yeah, he can be the 4th Zimbabwe cricketer to get picked in IPL, and he may be the most expensive also.
See, only insights that you get on Sports Today, courtesy Arun. Tell us about him. The name again, I missed the name also.
So, what Blessing does, he does well
Will
with
it
the.
be a
Yeah, it will be a blessing in disguise if
Do you
franchises go
think
for it.
there'll be a millionaire today?
In Indian
Yes.
rupees,
Yeah, but
rupees everyone.
as in,
Yes.
yeah, as in anybody going beyond
100
750,
million.
Yes,
750, 7 crores 50.
7 crore 50
7
lakh.
crores 50 lakhs.
should be. Should be.
Huh?
I think all-rounders will go.
I think Shivam Dubey, yeah.
Shivam Dubey will go
Five
for
5 CR plus, I think. See again,
Okay.
Indian all-rounders.
Lungi Engidi is there. Sandeep Sharma. I don't know. I'm somehow
Shivam
feel
Dubey
that
might get
still bowlers, fast bowlers. Nathan Coulter, of course, Mumbai would go. Engidi, CSK will go for him once again. Then there are a few other names also. Chiteshwar Pujara, do you think he'll get any takers to this time? No.
I don't think.
Very unlikely.
Any team
Very
can pick.
unlikely.
Huh?
Very
He'll
unlikely.
be picked
Even I don't think so.
like last year,
Going
and
by-
then he'll be.
Going by what has happened yesterday, I doubt if Chiteshwar Pujara will find any takers this time.
I agree. I concur. I don't think Cheteshwar Rahane might get.
Rahane might just get and he might just go back to Delhi Capitals. What is his base price, but
2 crores, I guess. 2 crores.
2 crores base price is quite a lot.
For Rahane, see, I think
I'm just asking.
teams will be doing exactly what they did with Suresh Raina, which we think that at the end of the auction, you remember after
Yes.
this will get over, they'll say, okay, now tell us more names you want. By that time, everyone has done their 18, 19, 20. Then they see how much money is left. Then they only give the names of the players that they think they might pick. So they may say, okay, bring a Suresh Raina, bring an Ajinkya Rahane, and then they will go to the respective franchise. But once they're done with their 18, 19 or
Delhi
whatever,
Capitals, should they go for Ajinkya Rahane?
they should, because last time they had both Steve Smith and Ajinkya Rahane in the team who pretty much do the same role. Now at least go for one. Unless they don't go for Rahane, they may go for Steve Smith because Ricky is there.
So do you see him batting at number 3 for Delhi Capitals? If you
No, on certain conditions in certain games.
No, but I think Mitchell Marsh will definitely bat at 3. He'll be their top
Yeah,
pick
so
for
you
the
can
number
have him
3.
At 4. I'm saying you may need an anchor
Yeah,
if you're looking for some stability. Everyone is going to whack the ball from David Warner to Prithvi Shaw to Mitch Marsh. If you need an anchor, and especially in turning condition, you might get some. But again, if it's being played in Maharashtra, you never know. The Pune track is pretty funny. Sometimes helps fast bowlers, sometimes very low scoring. I'm saying on certain days, if you want a stable middle order batsman, it's not a bad option between Rahane and Smith.
Even Aiden McClemens does 2 crores, 220.
Yeah.
He's on
No, Makram would have. You forgot his last IPL season?
Exactly. And he can bowl those off spinners also.
But I also remember how Nicholas Puran and Aiden Markram lost that game when everybody thought they're going to win it, and because Mayank Agarwal, you remember?
Karthik Tyagi, because of Karthik Tyagi.
But that was...
But I guess they could have scored 4 runs.
Karthik Tyagi get? Because of Karthik Tyagi, they have lost. How much did Karthik Tyagi get yesterday?
You know, I would.
I'll check.
If it is about these foreign players,
4.
I think Liam Livingston.
Livingston.
See, you can
I agree.
make him bat at
Malan?
the top. He can bat in the middle order, and then he's a good spinner also, decent spinner also.
Yeah, bowling 4 overs quite regularly, even for England as well.
I
So
don't see him becoming a millionaire. He can be picked, but I don't see him.
Among these foreign players, especially the batsmen, I think he has the best chance, or maybe maybe a foreign wicket-keeper batsman, as he said, Rassie van der Dusen. Maybe a Tim Seifert, he can open the innings, can keep wickets. Devin Conway, I am not too sure, but I still feel that he might just earn a few bucks and.
but Conway can keep as well.
No, that's what
I think, don't you think he'll be preferred over Tim Seifert? Even though KKR had Tim Seifert last year, and Tim Seifert also did well for the Northern District team in the New Zealand T20. But still, I feel because of Devon Conway and the way he has been striking the ball.
Is there today, right?
Yeah, I missed a super chat. Sorry, Robin Hazra had sent. He's reminding me you missed my super chat. He's saying Sam Billings, could he be high big and you need a wicket keeper? Tell Robin, na, good friend.
Exactly, Robin. Good to hear from you, Robin. I think we lost you. Okay.
No, he's there.
So,
Devin,
yes, Sam Billings. Yes, maybe.
I tell you who needs it. No, I asked Gary Kirsten yesterday that you don't have a wicket keeper batsman.
Yeah.
Will you get tomorrow?
Exactly.
He says we will have to na. There's no option. We will have to get a wicket keeper batsman too.
I have a 2-part question. First is,
I have to do
will
a
you see
live
India-
OB. Can I? You can come here in the center. No, come
They're
in the
calling
center.
you?
Yeah, just got a call.
Okay, I just. Yeah, sorry.
So you will have to go on. I have a button for ending it.
Oh.
So you cannot end. But I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Yeah, no problems. We'll go on.
So Sunrisers have got Aiden Markram for 2.6 crores.
Hyderabad. Okay, just
Decent
this
at
list.
par. Decent.
Sunrisers Hyderabad. So he is the 14th player they've added to. So Sunrisers Hyderabad have got Aiden Markram for
2.6 crores.
2.6. I think it's a decent buy.
Also, nobody talks about his bowling ability. Also, Markram can bowl.
Rahane is next. Let's see if
Base price is
Delhi.
1
His
crore.
base price is 1 crore.
1 crore. Okay. Then I think somebody can take him. I'm waiting for Delhi Capitals to raise their paddle, but I think he might just go unsold and then come back into the auction.
Waiting to see.
Rajasthan picking him up.
Rajasthan.
Again, he'll go to Rajasthan.
Rajasthan picking him
He's played.
So somebody has made a bid. Somebody has made a bid.
Okay, I think
KKR.
The bid
Rahane
is
to KK.
the bid is with KKR.
Yeah,
Why
KKR
not?
currently.
I'll talk to Baz today. What is this? What are you? So,
KKR.
KKR
Very good.
got Rahane
At 1
at
CR.
1
at
crore.
at 1 CR he is a steal. And
Rahane sold.
somebody who can play all your games.
No, but do you see Rahane captaining KKR now?
No.
They've got Shreyas Iyer.
Shreyas Iyer was captain even when Rahane was there, so definitely Iyer.
The point I'm here is they've got Shreyas Iyer for captaining, but they've also got Pat Cummins, who's an Australian captain. So I see Pat Cummins more as of a captaincy option
Yeah. Shreyas
compared to.
Iyer, that is the reason why they shelled out 2.25 CR for Shreyas
12,
Iyer,
yeah,
because they
12.25.
see him as their captain A. And as far as Ajinkya Rahane is concerned, you can always see that there's Abhishek Nair also is there in that
Yeah.
dressing room as in the support staff.
Saransh, your favorite David Malan is here.
Former world number 1.
Unsold. David Malan is unsold. David Malan goes unsold, boys.
What?
Pretty much yes.
Yeah, unsold.
Because
1.5
Because he's a top order player.
Also 1.5 crores.
Malan is unsold.
Yeah.
and he's an accumulator, maybe accumulator of runs, maybe franchisees want somebody who can just be very destructive right at the
Back
top.
from one ball.
Yes.
Mandeep Singh.
Mandeep
Now
Singh.
this is a guy who can bat from ball one.
Mandeep
But the
will be-
opportunities he has got is.
See, they've already started bidding for him.
Yeah, of course. I'm saying.
But
You don't see him go.
But
That
Mandeep will not win too much, but still will go. Will be. I think
LSG.
Yeah, so Lucknow has the bid at 50 lakhs right now.
Mandeep and Lucknow.
Very crucial for them that others don't bid for Mandeep Singh.
So my question was yesterday, Rolva, you said that you can see Narain and Venkatesh here opening for KKR. So I have a two-part question. Do you see KKR going back to Tim Seifert or Chris Lynn for an opening option today?
Chris Lynn will be unsold.
They've got Rahane, right? Yeah.
I don't think Rahane is going to play all the matches. He could be your backup option.
And Tim Seifert, do you think they will go back to Tim Seifert?
They might just see, as of now, what they have on their roster is Venkatesh Iyer, Sunil Narain, Shreyas Iyer, Nitish Rana, Sheldon Jackson, Andre Russell, Pat Cummins, Varun Chakravarti, and Shivam Mavi. And now they've added Ajinkya Rahane. So who do they want? I think they need an opener, because as of now, they can either open with Venkatesh Iyer and Sunil Narain, or Venkatesh Iyer and Nitish Rana. But still, I would Nitish Rana. I'm just saying. So they still need an opening combination.
I don't see them opening with two left-handers. That is my point. And mainly with Sunil Narain. They can, any team can go for an off-spinner and just
They
try to
will
draw.
need an opening.
Right.
I still feel they need an opening.
No Lynn, no Seifert.
No Lynn. No
No
Lynn.
Lynn.
Lynn hasn't done much for the Brisbane Heat also this season. He hasn't done anything in the
Delhi.
past 1 year. In
Delhi
terms of-
has taken Mandeep Singh. Anybody has a pen or something? Okay, no. Yeah. So
at 1.1 crores.
so far, Ajinkya Rahane has gone to KKR. Mandeep has gone to Delhi Capitals. Aiden Markram has gone to Sunrisers Hyderabad. So these are the three players who have been sold.
Yeah, with David Malan, the only player who's been unsold.
Went unsold, David
So,
Malan.
do you think that Lucknow will miss out on many key players on their wish list because they only have 6.9 crores?
No, but they don't want their list of players to exceed beyond 18. So what they are doing is, see, if you go through the
Even
list
the-
of players that they have, they already have their 11.
They already have a big core already.
They already have their playing 11. Obviously, they would still want to add a few more. KL Rahul, Dick Hawk, Manish Pandey at 3, Stoinis at 4, Hooda at 5, Jason Holder at 6, 7, Kunal Pandey at 7, Mark Wood, Bishnoi, Ankit Rajput, and Avesh Khan. They already have their 11.
Manas Labuschagne
Unsold.
Manas Labuschagne.
again expected.
On Morgan. Captain Morgan is here.
I won't be surprised even if even he goes unsold. Although KKR might just want to reward him for his services. Maybe behind the scenes they would want. Okay, KKR got.
Ajinkya Rahane they got. Owen Morgan, no bids yet.
Unsold.
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 Unsold. Who got DC got? Mandi?
DC got Mandi. DC got Mandi. Lucknow were bidding for him, but then like over 1 crore, they're like, no. That's it, 1 crore was their limit. Saurabh Tiwari, by the way, now.
I
So,
think Mumbai will go.
Saurabh Tiwari again, let's see. Last
Mumbai-
year, he.
Mumbai should go.
Mumbai will go.
Last year, a lot of people did not think that he'll score whatever amount of runs he's did. And after a point, you remember, people were like, Saurabh Tiwari won't come into the side. He came into the side, scored a 50 in his first game. And then from there on, he played 3-4 games. Then was dropped for 1 game. And then again came back when somebody else
Initially, he
was
was
dropped.
trolled because he was sort of
Overweight.
overweight for IPL standards.
What
but
not?
he did well with the bat.
Saurabh Tiwari is also unsold, by the way,
Unsold.
guys. Yeah.
Surprising.
Maybe Mumbai Indians are saving him.
I'm actually
Maybe.
looking forward to that final round where teams will be asked to give the names of the players they want to see in the auction back again.
Aaron Finch.
He might also go unsold.
Unsold.
Because he
Unsold
also
or around.
he also has been in poor form, by the way, not been scoring
No.
many runs.
He scored a couple of half centuries for Renegades in the.
Right at the end, but before that, he for somebody who used to score
Nobody is going for him.
50-60 runs almost every second game to score,
At 1.50
Is unsold.
he'll be unsold because
Another T20 superstar who hasn't
Aaron
done well
Finch
in
is
IPL.
unsold.
you know, once I was at the Chinnaswamy Stadium and Gujarat Lions were playing. That day he scored 72 odd runs for them. I remember sitting in the crowd and there was like 6 balls flying right next to me, to my right, to my left.
And
I
you
was
may
like,
never see him
I was
playing in IPL
Aaron
again.
Aaron Finch probably is playing this like
Oh,
for the first
Pujara.
Are Pujara is.
Unsold.
time. Unsold.
50 lakhs. No, but
Pretty smart of him.
Pujara is unsold.
He'll be unsold. We thought about it. Nobody last year. We thought it was an anomaly when
Chiteshwar
CSK bid for him.
as expected.
It's
They
remains
were
unsold.
clapped, I
unsold.
guess.
at 50 lakhs.
I think no problems.
Last year,
Then why did they put his name in there?
No, but
20?
But he does that every year.
He
No.
got himself registered.
The franchisees were supposed to give the list of 20 players. So someone should have included him in that.
No, so initially 160 odd players. There's a list. Of course, there are how many 590 or 600 players.
600 players now.
on that list, which of course is now the preference. As far as the preference is, and they asked them to just prune it down to 160. 60. That is the list. Then Chiteshwar. A lot of players
Even
have gone.
out of 160, it will be around
But it is-
130, 140 because.
But Arun, to be very honest, it's okay as far as Pujara is concerned, because last time what happened was, to me, what I think is Livingston is there. Okay, we'll just continue once this process is over. Liam Livingstone, we are expecting him to get a few bucks maybe. 1 crore is his base price, and the first bid I think has been made.
Yeah, somebody has.
Take care.
KKR has made the first bid.
Also, he is a good utility player. If he comes cheap for 1 or 2 crores, not bad. Somebody who can score those quick runs, give you 4 overs, is great in the field.
Rajasthan may not want him anymore because they've already got so many top order batsmen. So Lucknow and KKR are
But
going.
KKR look hell bent.
CSK.
Take care and CSK.
KKR
and
look
CSK.
hell bent. The way
they-
Venki Mysore is lifting the paddle, it feels like he
Yeah, they
he,
want-
he
they're
just
going
knows that
after him.
they're
They're
there.
going after him.
Crossing 5 crores mark initially, do you think?
I think 5 to 6 will be the limit. Maybe. But you never know. Nicholas Puran could find for 10.75 CR.
Chennai has their 84 at fee.
KK, it's an aggressive bidding, and Sundar Raman
I
is
think-
now.
They're after it.
I think they're out.
Who?
CSK, I think.
CSK are out. Looks like it. Maybe 1 or 2 more bets.
They're waiting for a confirmation over phone whether to go for him or not.
But Pikey, Mysore is.
Okay. The bid actually was with him. Now, don't tell me that Punjab has jumped in. Oh!
Punjab has.
Punjab has jumped in. It's a
But KKR
3-way race as far as Liam
It's 5.
Livingston is concerned.
4, it's 5.
Uh, You know,
You are right.
This is the reason why I think Rajasthan could have used him better last season. Livingston.
Also, they did not play him in the first half at all, and
He
that's
left
why he
midway.
left the bubble early.
Exactly.
It was only when Ben Stokes got injured they had him in 11.
No, but for me, and he was also in great form back then. He was
Yes,
scoring
they could have
so
used
well.
him.
Punjab.
Imagine somebody trying to get into that England side and then making his name and place. After that, there was a point where he was playing every game for England, especially in T20s. Serious hitter. That one innings, I don't remember which match they lost, but he scored
Pakistan,
100.
against Pakistan.
100 he scored. That was phenomenal. Every ball.
200 odd.
More than 200 runs they needed, and every ball he was striking, it was going out of the park. That 100 was brilliant.
550.
5.5 CR. So our first millionaire of the day.
Plus a leggy. He's also a leggy who can get you wickets, bowl 4 overs at times. So I feel great utility in terms of what Liam Livingston brings to the team.
Maybe KKR will open with Livingston and Venkatesh Iyer.
Could be.
But they only have 11.
What will Punjab do? Mayank Agarwal and Liam Livingston.
Yeah, actually,
They'll
what is
keep them
KKR doing?
Middle order.
11.65 crores.
Have they got their 11? KKR. What will be they left with? Or KKR already knows that Punjab or some other team desperately wants Livingston, so they just
raising the price.
yes, so they just maybe trying to spoil somebody's.
They've got 10 players as of now. KKR.
But they didn't
And
jump in at between. They wanted him
11.65
from the
they
start,
left.
right?
They were bidding.
6.25. 6.25 CR is what KKR? Okay, 650.
650.
Now KKR is going to.
Now they are thinking.
Because they are KKR basically they have 10 players so far and the purse that is remaining with them is 11.65 crores. Oh, now it has been. So now the bid for Liam Livingston is 6 crores 75 lakhs, which would mean that if KKR, if they do manage to get hold of Livingston, they'll be left with 5 CR. That's it.
4 something, 4 point something.
So far,
Hey, what happened?
KKR.
I think so. They did not raise it, but they thought that something
thought they
had-
did.
Punjab
Yeah.
has.
It's back to. It's now 675.
So why is so where would they want him to bat?
Open.
Yeah, he
Maybe
has to
open.
He has to open.
But for whom?
For KKR.
For Punjab, but they have got Shikhar Dhawan, they have got Mayank Agarwal, they have got Johnny Bairstow. So
They'll keep him in
so
middle order.
three of them.
Mayank and Shikhar will open. And
Makes sense.
yeah, Mayank and Shikhar will open.
But I'm just wondering what will KKR do if they manage.
You never know. Mayank might bat.
Open.
7 crores.
7 crores. What?
Gujarat Titans have jumped in.
Open or maybe at number 4.
Gujarat.
Number 4, right?
Titans at 7 crores.
For Punjab.
Because yesterday,
Yeah,
we was,
because they already have got Johnny. They have got 3 openers in their side.
and yesterday, we were speaking to Ashish Nehra, and we asked him if they've got their opening combination Shubman Gill and Jason Roy. He said, I asked him, you need a wicket-keeper batsman. You still need a wicket-keeper batsman. So could that be a top-order wicket-keeper batsman? So he said, yeah, we'll see. Let's see what happens. And Jason Roy, he said that even if we bought Jason Roy, doesn't mean that he's going to open for
Not
us.
their first pick.
Maybe Liam Livingston is their opener with Shubman Gill.
But
750. They cannot. KKR cannot spend.
but Gujarat Titans, if they
Come
get
here.
Livingston,
No, not sit.
No, you monitor all these things. No? Yeah.
No. You can sit here. We can find. Who's gone for 7?
Liam Livingston.
Liam Livingston. And it's a
Living.
three-horse race.
We
It's a
said that.
three-horse race.
800.
Tell me,
See,
what did you
K-
guys make of Malan going unsold? Who was saying Malan and I said,
We thought he'll go
what
on.
research?
Fair.
So, see, now KKR is bidding for Gujarat Titans.
8 crores.
Okay, so KKR is also aggressively bidding for Liam Livingston.
Okay.
Their the remaining purse that they have now is 11.65.
0.656.
No, now KKR is out.
KKR is out
And
actually.
GP and
Only
PNB
Punjab and Gujarat Titans are involved in
Well,
this
see,
bidding war.
maybe they would have thought they have 13 players, KKR, at the moment.
10.
KKR
10.
has
But Punjab have
10.
plenty, na?
10.
10 players.
And they are
Punjab
left with
So they would have got
11.65.
11 with Livingston and had 3 odd crores left if they had got it at that price. And 3 crores mein they would have had to get 8 players.
Exactly.
They would have then gone for those 20 lakh and whatever.
9.
10 crores first for the day. Livingston.
Will he reach the 10 crore mark?
Rahane sold to KKR for base
Yeah,
price
very
1
good. I
crore.
think good buy.
Yeah, good buy for
But
one
just
crore.
Malana was surprised,
9 crores.
No bid. Owen Morgan, we said no bids. We
Owen
said
Morgan no bids. Milan also we expected no bids for.
Pujara, he was selling Pujara to which franchise?
Boss Punjab is also
unsold.
Unsold.
50 lakh. 50 lakh.
Punjab is also not stopping by the way. 9 crore 50 lakhs now for Liam Livingston.
This, to be honest. 6-7 was max.
I thought he'll go for 5-6, but yeah, 9.5.
But this can actually be a good middle order for
975.
Punjab.
10. They have already.
I told you, Nikhil, on paper, when the auctions get over, Punjab will be the best team on paper.
that
On paper is the keyword here.
On paper.
operating one.
After the 2-day auction.
10 crores.
See, you'll have Shikhar Dhawan and Mayank Agarwal opening the innings, and then Johnny Besto at number 3, or Livingston at 3, or then Johnny Besto, then Shah Rukh Khan, then Harpreet Brar, and their bowling lineup is also pretty decent. Rabada, Arshdeep, Rahul Chahar. So they need a few bowlers also, but how much money? Okay, they still have over 28 crores. 10.25.
Actually, Punjab still
Yeah,
have so
if-
much money. They can buy him and still be higher than a lot of other teams.
Gujarat have 18.85 CR. And they are bidding this much for him.
Yeah, so
No, but
how
they're-
many
And
players
they
they got 13, 11.
no, 3, 4, 5, 6,
11,
8, 9.
9.
And they've got 10.
10 players.
10.
10 players.
So 11, and then they'll be left with 3-4 crores or something like that, right?
Yeah.
4 crores.
No, more. 6 to 7.
6 crores. Yeah.
If they
6
get
crores
them
for,
But
for,
he'll be
for
like-
7-8 players, you can do
But
it.
Livingston is like their fourth all-rounder now. Rashid Khan,
Yeah,
Hardik
yeah.
Pandya, Rahul Tewatia, and now Livingston if Gujarat gets him.
And this is what I was saying, that Rajasthan didn't use Livingston properly
Yeah.
when he was there with him.
Agreed.
Punjab.
We can feel your pain when Rajasthan did not
Punjab.
use.
Do you think it will be like a Moeen Ali case? Like it did for, he was doing really good for CSK.
CSK.
Maybe a change of
I would-
franchise.
Okay,
works
Vansh,
for-
Jen and Arpan saying please take our questions. Send your
Are,
questions.
Are.
Send quickly.
So our first
We
question
didn't have the laptop.
should DC go for Sani to support Nokia and replace Avesh?
Seni, Navdeep Seni.
Navdeep Sani.
Should?
DC go for Navdeep Sani to support Nokia.
Because Avesh is out now.
Out,
Avesh is out. Navdeep Saini not a bad option. Unless RCB also again go for it.
He has been asking this question for half an hour now.
I don't think.
DC, see, I get your point. DC already has Mustafizur, DC has Nagarkoti, DC has
Shardul
Norke,
Thakur.
DC has Shardul Thakur. So I think as far as bowling is concerned, DC should be satisfied with the whatever resources they've managed to get.
They have Kuldeep Yadav, the Chinaman.
Anand Tiwari is saying, maybe you guys can throw some light on it. He's saying 9 crore is a bit too much for Liam Livingston. What do you think? We thought-
It's 10.75
Yeah.
actually right now.
So he's saying anything more than 9.
Yeah.
So
I agree with
Agree?
Yeah.
so he's now the highest priced overseas player this season.
Yes, he is. He is 11.25.
Sunrisers have jumped in.
Puran and Hasaranga.
Puran and Hasaranga have now been left behind by Livingston.
7.25.
How much do they have in their kitty now?
Who?
Hyderabad.
Hyderabad have 17.55 crores. They bought Aiden Markram before this?
Arpan is saying Nagarkoti is not starting material. Yeah, come on, man.
No, I'm saying
Option.
exactly, because see, he was regularly playing for KKR, Nagarkoti and Shivam Mavi. Of course, how they used to play them was 1 game or 2 game, 2-3 games to Shivam Mavi, then they'll give a couple of games to Nagarkoti. So that is how. So
But you never know, na. Rajasthan gave a chance to Kartik Tyagi. It
Yes.
worked.
Exactly.
Maybe Nagarkoti does.
Okay, I'll answer one question which come from how is RCB done so far? If I'm correct?
RCB has done well. To be very honest, they've got more or less they've got their 11
SSS. Sorry, I forgot the name.
okay, SSS. Because if whatever players they have right at the moment, Faf can open with Virat. Then you can have Anuj Rawat at number 3 or Maxwell.
But batting is a bit weak. I think.
no,
Like because you're just because it's Anuj Rawat, you're
They need
drafting
an
in the 11.
They need an opener.
But
They need an opener.
No, I'm opening with Faf.
Not just because
No.
he's
just
Faf
because
and
he's
Kohli.
Anuj Rawat, he has
You're all
bet
good.
him number 3 still.
Anuj Rawat.
Though I supported him yesterday. Ask him. I said, Delhi boy,
Exactly.
you should push for him.
Yes, it
And he also is that West Delhi.
Oh,
West
wow.
Delhi in the sense, Rajkumar Sharma, Virat's coach.
Same,
So,
same.
yeah. So you can.
11.5 it is right now.
Yes.
It's with Sunrisers, I think.
There you go. So tell our viewers now. Anuj Rawat, who's a Delhi boy,
No, it's with Punjab.
he has been picked by
Sold to
RCB.
Punjab.
Punjab have got Liam Livingston for 11.5 crores.
So on paper,
Punjab is the strongest team of this season as well.
I am sending this to assignment. What for 11.5 crores? The biggest
if
overseas
you
buy.
can pay
11.5.
Yes.
11.5. Yesterday 10.75 was the number.
Who's this?
Juhi Chawla's daughter. What's her name?
Janvi Chawla.
There you go. See, trust Siddhant to know. the names
No,
of
I actually read it somewhere yesterday myself.
Yesterday-
Yesterday when you asked me, I was like, I also don't know the name.
Pointing out-
So I read it somewhere. That's why now I know. It was not like I googled it. Okay.
I hope your fiance is not watching this chat.
So so you were saying you were asking about RCB. So Faf, Virat, Anuj Rawat, Maxwell. I'm just saying, this can be their lineup. Of course, they will have a few more players to.
One question that Satpreet Singh has been asking for very long. What about Anukul Roy? What do you guys think? He was part with Mumbai Indians.
Exactly. A young, left arm spinner, a brilliant fielder, perhaps one of the best fielders around, alongside Jadeja, and he couldn't get too many opportunities, but he should fetch. I'll have to see what is his base price, but he can be. I think Mumbai will go for him.
Dominic Drake's also, by the way.
Gujarat Titans and
Teams
RCB
are betting for-
all-rounder, right?
RCB have a bid for.
I guess anyone from West Indies is an all-rounder.
Yeah, like imagine there are so many players who start off as bowlers who you think are just bowlers, then suddenly they come out, they come out and whack sixes. That game, Romario Shepherd and Akil Hussain. Markram went to Sunrisers. So I'm saying West Indies in the last series against England also, that Akil Hussain and Romario Shepherd, both of whom are like main bowlers, they were smashing sixes at will. They smashed 5 sixes in an over.
4 players have been sold today.
No, 5 yes.
Mandeep Singh, Ajinkya Rahane, Odin Markram, Liam Livingston, those are 4.
And
And I'm checking.
Arpan is saying that DC owners said Kuldeep wasn't handled well. So I'm very happy for Kuldeep. Now he's
Parth Sindal, whatever said and done, he's very vocal.
Four.
He's very vocal. And,
a good point by Pratyush. He's saying, what about Gurbaz, that Afghanistan keeper?
Yes.
A young kid, I think, watch out. The problem again, now foreign player, will he get a chance to play in the 11? But you get him cheap, keep him. Wicket keeper batsman is a destructive batsman. I was listening.
Lance Klusner, when he was the Afghanistan coach, he said that Rahmanullah Gurbaz is the next big thing in Afghanistan cricket. He said, you guys know Rashid Khan as the superstar. Rahmanullah Gurbaz is going to be the next big guy who will come out of the ranks and show you why he's doing so well for us, and he's going to go and perform in the T20 leagues. And he really wanted, Lance Klusner interview, that he really wanted him to play the IPL.
I was talking to a few former Pakistani players for the PSL show that I was doing somewhere. Because in PSL also he was destructive. So they were saying this guy is something else, this Rahmanullah Gurbaz.
Mumbai not going for elimination.
Gujarat Titans bought
Drake says
Dominic
1.1
Drakes at
1.1 CR to
1
Gujarat
CR.
Titans.
Yes.
So decent buy,
Dominic Drakes.
considering
1.1
it's a Caribbean
CR.
all-rounder.
Depends. I think Gujarat just want a few more all-rounders, I think.
As of now.
No bid. Unsold.
Makes sense for them, no?
That's surprising. Jimmy Neesham.
1.5.
No.
I'm not surprised.
I'm actually also. I think he might come in the last round again to see if somebody picks
Yeah.
him.
Franchisees, see, they have to calculate also how much purse are they left.
Jayant
Jayant
Yadav.
But Mumbai will again take him for left-handers.
I think they'll go for it. For playing that
One
match
game,
against
Delhi Capitals he will play. Left-handers he'll bowl against, and that's all.
So one game against Delhi
You can
Capitals.
go against
Hyderabad.
KKR, na? They have got plenty left.
Hyderabad.
Yeah. But usually they did that. One
RCB
season one game against Delhi Capitals.
For 2 seasons.
Hetmeyer,
completely
Coulter, I don't say Hetmeyer, Pant, Shikhar
Shikhar
Dhawan.
Dhawan.
Go.
He in fact got Dhawan also early, if I'm not wrong. last year.
Lucky.
I don't know who's bid for them. Hyderabad.
Gujarat.
Gujarat again?
Gujarat.
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 I thought
Titans.
Hyderabad. Oh, it's the second. Okay, 1.2.
Somebody else is also bidding.
1-3.
Arun Singh is saying, can you explain the strategy of Mumbai Indians? See, I'll tell you one thing, whatever I can see, they've got 8 players so far, and they will need, let's say, 10 more. I'm guessing minimum 10 more. They have 23 odd crores left with them. That is about 2.3 crore per player, which means some they can buy for 5, 6, 7 crore, some they'll go for less. I think they still have enough money. But knowing Mumbai, they always have a good scouting team.
Exactly.
So they know exactly who they want to go for. They see the core is very good. The 4 retained players they got. So if you're a Mumbai Indian fans, don't be worried. I'm sure they have a plan in mind. Just that they have only got 8 players, so you're getting worried. Oh, everyone has 13, 14. They've got just 8. Don't be worried. They have lots of money as well.
Titans at 1.70. Jayant Yadav.
Jayant Yadav.
Only Lucknow and.
So yeah, the 2 new franchise were battling it out for him.
Gujarat bought.
I think Lucknow.
Titans have been fun.
Very. I think it's a good buy. Whatever.
Agreed.
He's a very good player.
Utility.
Vijay
Now
Shankar.
Vijay Shankar.
I think decent bid. Not too,
And
but
if
3
you
crore
start
plus.
and if you start with 50 lakhs,
Yeah, 3 crore plus.
I may not. No,
No.
he started from 50 lakhs, which is good for him.
So I'm saying he's going
And
3
he
crore
started-
plus.
That is
Come
why-
on, predictions.
Look.
Vijay Shankar 3 crore plus. I think.
Chennai.
Yes.
I don't think so.
No, no,
Nobody has started.
no.
No, somebody will bid for sure.
No. Everyone is no. I'm the only one saying 3 crore plus. Okay, let's see.
Rajasthan has started.
But I know you're gonna say demand and supply sort of thing.
Down, Nikhil.
All-rounders.
Over 300. Over 3 crore. Okay.
Let's see.
Okay.
Bidding war has
Chennai and Gujarat.
He won what? Vijay Hazare. Vijay
Hazare. No.
Or Syed Mushtaq.
Syed Mushtaq Ali they won. Vijay Hazare they lost.
They lost in the final.
Vijay Shankar has to should go to Chennai if he wants to.
80 lakhs. 85.
राजीव झा is saying जब बस 11 करोड़ का पर्स था KKR के पास, they pressed almost whatever for Liam Livingston about 8 or whatever, right?
I think they got away.
They got away, but I'm saying, see, still, Rajiv, we discussed that. They would have got 3-4 crores left, and they would have had how many? 13 players or so by that time?
11.
11. So, whatever, 7 players for 3 crores you could have done at.
20, 40 wala bracket.
They would have gone for. They want to fill the
See,
court.
usually, Rajiv, the strategy that these franchisees employ is that if they have a 90 crore purse, 80 crore usually they save for the
Top 11.
Exactly. Top 11 or they around 12-14 players, and rest they plan that for that rest of that 10 crore they'll go for maybe they have their scouts who pointed out, or maybe some of the players who are on their radar, and Mumbai, I think what Mumbai is as of now what their thought process would be, it's a long term game. We'll pick a few youngsters also and we'll groom them. Ishan Kishan also, when Ishan Kishan has arrived into the scene only a couple of years ago, because he was there and and thereabouts, but we didn't know if he can make it big. Now he's just there in the Indian team also. So in the last couple of years, Mumbai has a lot to do with Ishan Kishan.
Mohammad Amir is saying, sir, when are the under 19 champs coming on stage? Eagerly waiting for that, and I love my family. That is.
Thank you, Mohammad Amir. I hope you're
Arpan says,
doing well.
unpopular opinion, but Ave should have been retained instead of Akshar. Not a bad option. Yeah, I agree. It's not unpopular. Arpan, it's a popular opinion.
But what could be the thought process behind the?
Akshar is a bigger star.
Maybe no. I think also they divided it, saying okay, Nokia, one fast bowler, ho gaya, one spinning all rounder. I think they divided it.
Are you sure?
on that? No, I'm not sure. I'm just to get a cricketing reason. You have a non-cricketing reason? Please tell us.
No, I'm just asking.
No, but tell us also. Sold 1.4, so not 3.
1.4.
Oh,
You are right.
Nehraji.
Naraji.
Nehraji is very
But 1.4 crore for somebody who has played quite a few seasons of the IPL, not bad.
I think it's a good deal.
Not
I was
bad.
thinking 3 crore. But also money is
With Jordan.
1.4.
Where is Jordan? The
Gujarat, huh?
T20 specialist.
Gujarat has come to the party.
He might just go unsold.
He might go unsold.
2 crores. Is his base
He
price.
might just go unsold. He's not the same Chris Jordan.
Also when they buy him, they don't play him. Like teams like Punjab
Also,
Kings.
his base price is
I
2
think they
CR.
must-
2 CR is too much.
You should not have 2 CR. At times, people start bidding because they say 50 lakhs. Maybe we can go for it.
No, I think he was underutilized.
He was underutilized in a massive way last season.
Check.
Shall we wrap up or then should we continue and then come back?
Nahi bike.
Unsold. Chris Jordan. So if you can just give, because noted everything down, if you can just give a a wrap of whatever has happened so
Is the
far.
mic working?
Oh, give it
That
that.
is, I just checked.
Okay, so just to let you guys know, the biggest buy of the day has been Liam Livingston. He's gone to Punjab for 11.5 crore. Pujara went unsold. Ajinkya Rahane has gone to KKR for 1 CR. Then you had David Malan, who till very recently was number 1 T20I batsman, has gone unsold. He played for Punjab last time, didn't have a great IPL. Makram at 2.6 has gone to Sunrisers Hyderabad. So these are the top ones that are coming to my mind that have happened so far. Odean Smith. Let's focus on Odean Smith.
Somebody else has also.
He gave a great
Let's do Odean Smith and then we can wrap up. Huh? What do you think?
All because
Prediction.
of Kyron Pollard. All because of Kyron Pollard.
Yes. Explain to the viewers. When you say something, you just leave it at one time. Explain why you're saying it.
He's like,
I'll explain it in a bit.
Please.
Because Karen Pollard got injured, unluckily for him, it became lucky for Odin Smith, and he got a chance to play. And when he got a chance to play, he got a chance to show the entire world what he can do. Big hits with the bat and good bowling and picked up wickets.
took wickets also, took Virat Kohli's.
typical mauke pe chauka event.
And also just before the auction.
And
Just before
see,
the auction.
Kyron Pollard also gave Nicholas Pooran an opportunity, although it didn't matter to him because despite his failure,
Krishna made him as bunny.
despite Nicholas Pooran's failure,
10.75.
10.7.
Didn't make
So
any sense.
if anybody is questioning those 11 CR for Liam Livingstone, just understand that Nicholas Pooran was also sold for
And,
10.75.
Mazrat pick of the IPL.
4
auction.
4 crores I'm saying. How many? 4 ducks?
For last season, yeah. What he did, like when he was going for 10.75, I was like, what have they?
Super chats. 2 super chats. Rahul Vasudev is making a comment, so not a question, but I'll take his comment. He's saying Makram is a smart buy for Sunrisers Hyderabad. Good start to day 2 after pathetic day 1, he says. Clearly he's an SRH fan.
Yeah.
So good backup captain for Kane and decent all-rounder as well. Good work, guys. So Rahul, you're happy with your team. Rahul is watching us from Australia. Thanks so much. Rajiv Jha is back again. He's saying, sir, my point was if Liam had come into the auction yesterday, he would have broken Ishan Kishan's record. He's a good buy, big hitter and spinner. I also don't agree. I don't think so. Please give your opinion, all of you.
No.
Would he have broken Ishan Kishan? Rajiv, please listen from everyone, not just me.
No, I don't think so. Obviously.
I guess 11 crore is also overpriced.
Huh?
I'll say.
Actually,
7, 8 would have been.
I'll be yeah.
Okay.
I think to an extent you are absolutely right, and 11 crore for Liam Livingston. Maybe it is a little too high, but then when you see Nicholas Pooran fetching those 10.75,
That is the only reason we can justify.
imagine this auction. Somebody like Quinton de Kock, who's just retired from Test cricket, which means that he would be available
For the whole season.
Exactly. So he'll be available, and he goes for 6.50.
6.75.
And Nicholas Pooran goes for 10.75.
Warner goes for 6.5 CR. but
6.25. 6.25.
I want to take one
you must
comment.
remember.
One comment by Arpan, very interesting comment. Arpan has said that Park Jindal yesterday said that Rishabh really wanted Avesh, but they ran out of funds. Okay, that is a fair point. Then Arpan, being the Delhi fan he is, his comment is, confidence हमने दिया, nurture हमने किया, and LSG will use his services. The only thing I hate about IPL
I agree
auction,
with him.
right to match
100%.
card would have been interesting.
But right to match card would have been unfair on the two franchises. How
It would
can
have been unfair for LSG.
that's what I'm
If
saying.
they got him for 7-8 CR, Delhi would have just said, right to match card, bye. Give it
Precisely.
Give it to me.
Arpan, don't worry. You will get a lot of talented boys this season. Please groom them. Please nurture them, and they will remain with you or the Delhi Capitals. Or
At least for 2-3 years. At least.
exactly. Nikhil also doesn't have a favorite team, but he says that for the longest time he voted in Delhi. He stayed in Delhi. He worked in Delhi. So Delhi.
Now I'm confused now. Now Lucknow has also come.
You've been
Now I'm confused.
you've been taking most of the interviews from the Lucknow team, by the
So
way.
now Lucknow. Because they're giving us interviews.
Exactly.
My birthplace is Lucknow. I now stay in UP. My vote is in UP.
Oh, now it has
I
okay.
just
Yes,
changed now.
exactly. Precisely why I'm also supporting Lucknow this time around, I'm guessing.
Delhi.
Delhi.
I shifted to UP, but once a Delhi guy,
Dil
always
mein
a Delhi
Delhi
guy.
hai.
Yes.
That's fair.
No, I thought maybe because you are a Delhi fan, you shifted from Lucknow to Delhi.
No.
Just to support the team, I'll stay in Delhi. I'll buy a house.
Delhi
No, but
all along.
he now stays in Noida, no?
Greater.
Rajiv Jha is saying, is Mumbai going to go home with these 30 crores? Rajasthan is an expert in that. This will save all the money.
Oh yeah, they have done this in the past, Rajasthan.
Rajasthan is an expert.
But
in doing that.
Rajasthan, yesterday I was actually surprised. They were all, they're like 9 crores, 10 crores.
yeah,
We'll
They
give
got
it
a
to
good team.
See, maybe they are saving.
Just
The bowling lineup is superb.
Family member, Rajasthan's fan, Rajasthan's very own boy.
see, they've
But
got
how
a
come you are a Rajasthan fan? You stay in Haryana.
Anyway, he actually said, hey.
You work in-
Apt
you stay in-
explanation, apt
I'll tell you,
explanation.
You stay in Haryana. You work in UP. Your ancestral roots are
In Uttarakhand.
Then
closer to UP.
closer to UP, but it was at one time one state only, UP. So then
And then he's like, I don't
Rajasthan-
care about these, I'll
I don't know. I have.
I mean, I have ancestral roots in Rajasthan, but I don't care
Same.
about Rajasthan.
Same, I also have my mother's from Rajasthan and no, but I used to support
Community
Rajasthan.
belongs to Rajasthan.
No, but I used to support
Kolkata,
Rajasthan at one point.
He has already.
I used to support
The
Rajasthan
only
at one
reason
point.
that I
Rahul
support
Dravid.
Rajasthan is because of what you just saw. Nobody supports Rajasthan. So that is the reason I support.
From season 1.
दुनिया के लिए.
जिसे कोई support नहीं करता,
I tell you.
Rahul sir is like, I'm with the underdog.
And by the way, Rajasthan has a good team. See, they've got their top order.
And they may get this Odin Smith. They are bidding for him.
Sunrisers have the current bid right now. 4.4 crores.
Odin Smith,
They've got their top
I think the
order.
owner
They've
will
got
get serious
their
now.
bowlers.
Remove
They've
his
got
mask.
their 4 bowlers right at the bottom, and then they've got a brilliant middle order batsman in Riyan Parag. And of course, Hinmaya, a finisher.
you know how we get to know when
The way he was serious about
He's
it.
always like this. He makes jokes straight face. Like he
Everything
can never
is
guess a joke is
justified.
coming.
When you compare, Nicholas Pooran 10.75 CR for Nicholas Pooran, then
Yes.
And then Riyan
3.8 CR for
Riyan
Riyan
Parag.
Parag. And people were, and there was a bidding war between Rajasthan and there was one more team.
Acha,
SRH maybe.
we know, do you know how we get to know that Rajasthan is getting serious about a bid? Arun will tell you.
The
They're-
owner
they're-
will remove his mask and
The
give
owner,
it
na,
like this.
there's a mask.
No,
When the bid is serious.
CEO Bart Thakur, Mr. Bart Thakur.
Ha,
He's from Northeast, Assam.
so he gets fully excited.
Now I'm in the game.
That is why Riyan Parag.
It was during what,
The Northeast connection.
No, see, you have to spread the game also.
But I think Rajasthan
all parts
has some kind of obsession with Rayan Parag. Even after last season, they still have gone for him.
They kept
And
playing him.
that's
They
Market
kept-
performance all along.
Yeah,
See, this is
that dance I saw him was the
this
that
is
Bihu
what
dance.
matters. See, you have to back that young talent. Maybe tomorrow, whatever you people are saying, maybe tomorrow you would say, "Oh, what a talent!" And Rajasthan Royals. They back.
He just said they have got the best middle order.
Okay, I'm going to
Modern
take one
batsman.
question, please. Abhishek Chauhan is saying, sir, please take my question. I'm from Pune, so I will take from Pune. I have to
He's
take now.
also
hometown because my
Another reason
family
why
stays there.
supporting, Super Giants.
Lucknow.
They were earlier
Pune, the same owners.
I'm supporting them despite the bad name
The
and
mix
the logo they made.
of birthplace and hometown.
But how many places? You're from like roots everywhere, both of you, like different places.
What to
Some
do?
four straight
So my
series.
family is in Pune. Like my parents settled down in Pune. I was born in Lucknow. What can I do? Huh? My roots are from Punjab. Roots are from Punjab. Then what do I do? Studied in Pune. Family is in Pune. So what can I do? So his question, sorry, I forgot his question. He's saying, please tell me something about Delhi Capital squad. Where are the loopholes? See, I think Delhi.
The lower middle order.
Yes, I was just
The
going to say
lower
the
middle
lower
order.
middle order because you've got Mitch Marsh, Prithvi, and Warner there, and Rishabh, which is like a top order
Top
only.
four.
After that, Sarfraz Khan
They need a
does
David.
not give me confidence, or a Mandeep Singh.
They
So
might
that
actually
is-
go for Tim David.
And in terms of their spinner, by the way, again, I'm not downplaying someone like a Kuldeep Yadav, but again, he's not been in the best of form. And Akshar Patel is there, but still, like, a match
He may
winning.
get you wickets, but he is very expensive.
Correct.
Jindal said yesterday that Kuldeep was not handled well. I think they are now going to give him enough chance. More than enough chance. Yeah, but
Isn't that strange?
Kuldeep was not.
The owner
Not with this owner.
accusing.
Not with this owner. He has come out and said in public that.
And now Kuldeep will be getting chances. He was
He's
benched.
spoken about BCCI selection. He said everything. I think he had to delete a tweet also once. I think he had tweeted and then deleted it later also. He's very angry.
If he looks back, he might have to delete.
Even Yuzi had to. He thought he was going to Mumbai Indians.
Yuzi.
Now he's
No,
going to
Yuzi
Rajasthan.
yesterday.
No, not yesterday.
After that game.
After
So
Rohit gave him.
because Mumbai were bidding, so he would have known Mumbai will trade. So what happened? That when that clip went viral, na, Rohit is telling you, "Tu yaar kya piche da?" So something.
ठीक से भाग नहीं पा रहा है.
So Mumbai, so he replied to that, tagging Mumbai Indians, saying, "अब captain जो बोलेगा तो give me a hint कि captain तो है."
करना ही पड़ेगा.
Captain का Pokemon might out of something.
and then it backfired.
Deleted because he tagged Mumbai Indians in that tweet.
By the way, Odean Smith 6 crores. 6 crores for Odean Smith already. It's not been sold. The bid is still ongoing. Punjab Kings have jumped into it.
Yeah, so he's just got a comment. Rajiv Jha again. He is saying Mumbai may end up with the best IPL team as they have 30 crores and other teams' purse has gone almost empty and now other won't be able to push Mumbai. That's true, Rajiv. That is what I was saying. A lot of people were saying, what is Mumbai doing? Will they take the money? Don't worry. Trust in Mumbai.
They are
There must be some. I think Shivam Dube they will go.
See, they are inspired by Fast and Furious. They treat everyone like
They can
family,
put a line.
and then what happened will when
Jofra Archer.
see every
Rajasthan is
No,
not
no.
for,
No, but Mumbai might also. Mumbai might also.
see everyone is racing right now. At the end, they will press the nose and then miss the race. This happens with them in the IPL also and auction. as well.
Odin Smith.
Sold to Punjab Kings at
What do
6
you
crores.
think? 6 crores for Odin Smith. I think
Oh,
overpriced.
oh,
No, Marco Jansen, Mumbai ने पहले ही उतार दिया.
Yes.
Marco Jansen, when his name came,
Like Akash is just like holding it. Ki
बोला, मैं
whoever
नीचे नहीं कर रहा हूँ.
bids with
means
them,
they
they
want
want
him.
them.
Yeah, they want it.
no,
Abhi
it's
he
not
said-
like this. It's like this.
He's just
It's
holding it.
ours.
He's like,
And he's saying, he's also saying, पैसे तो सब यही है अभी.
look at Zahir Khan also just laughing.
Rajasthan Royals.
75.
Hey, but what he should
80.
do this. What this does is not teams will now
Push them.
push them.
See, holding the.
Already.
Yeah.
Don't give this indication that you're desperate. Is what I'm saying. Go for it quietly. If you give this indication now that I'll keep this up.
Maybe they don't
other
want
team
him.
will give- Huh?
Maybe they don't want him Mumbai.
No,
They just
don't want him.
giving an
No,
impression.
they are
giving
making
an
others-
impression that
then it
people
can-
will think that we to will buy him at any cost.
No, I don't think with Marco Jansen they have to do it. If you're a Purana old, guy,
See,
then
they
will
lost
have to.
Trent Bolt. So they will need a left-arm fast bowler.
Yes.
They need him.
Mr.
They'll get it very cheap. They'll get it very cheap, I think. They'll get him very cheap. Raj Baba will be interested.
They will.
Somebody saying yes.
I guess they'll get him for 4 or 5 CR maybe.
Marco Jensen.
Marco Jansen, the South African bowling all-rounder, who was man of the series,
Yeah.
Marco Jansen.
player of the series in that test series. Okay,
series.
done.
Done.
Rajasthan are out. Let's see.
But no, somebody might then.
Yeah,
Usually
that's what
somebody
we're
sits
waiting.
now and then says,
And the Mumbai Indians will laugh.
Mumbai will be
you
very
are just
happy at
racing.
one point.
Again.
Somebody is
Oh,
a
Hyderabad. How much? Hyderabad.
SRH just raising the price.
Hyderabad also
Seems
has-
like it.
17.55 crores.
They also have a decent.
Now they started talking.
SRH has 17.55 crores.
Don't be too obvious.
But
SRH is
also SRH have 14 players. He'll be their 15th player if they get him.
How much money do they have left?
17.55 crores.
Lots of money left. So SRH can go.
See the SRH bidders just raising it with a straight face. No expressions at all.
Yesterday also.
Yeah.
Same thing.
No, Kavya Maran did have a.
She got once or twice when she was very happy.
She was very happy last.
So this,
For Nicholas Puran, they paid 10.75 crore for it.
She was very
This question is for
Maybe
you.
they were like,
From
"Kya
Jodhpur."
kar diya?"
So happy.
Ravindra Bhati says, Rajasthan should take Shivam Dubey. Please reply lots of love from Jodhpur, Rajasthan. Big fan of Rahul sir.
Wow, thank you. Bilkul. That's what Nikhil is also saying, that Rajasthan might just want to go for Shivam Dubey again, although Mumbai Indians would be interesting. See, you will also have to see this season, at least what we've been told, or as of now the plan is that the IPL is going to be played in Maharashtra in 4 venues, and Shivam Dubey, of course, he's played majority of his life he's played in
Mumbai are out. Yeah, for Jensen.
Because the price is gone. I don't
4.2 crores. Sunrisers are bidding for him.
But I guess Delhi will go for Shivam Dubey because they need a player in the middle.
Maybe this was their plan, Mumbai's plan.
No, but I
To
think
raise the
now,
bid.
To be fair, 4.2 is a bit much for Marco Jansen.
Okay.
So they must have
Exactly. And you know, Marco Jansen,
got it.
we haven't seen him. See,
SRH.
The expressions now.
So happy, so happy.
So happy.
what they've done is, what Mumbai, I'm saying it could be the other way around. Maybe what everybody was thinking, that they are making it obvious that we to want him at any cost. But then now they have gotten Hyderabad out of their competition as far as the remaining
Shivam Dubey.
purse is concerned. Now-
Maybe. May just.
Somebody,
Now
Dhruv asked, is Umukchan part of the auction? No. he-
No,
No.
he cannot.
He cannot participate anymore.
He's with the
BBL.
Renegades. Shivam Dubey is,
All I got Rajasthan.
Shivam Dubey.
I think
I will
Mumbai.
say Delhi should go.
Huh?
Delhi should go.
2-3 teams. Yeah, 2-3 teams will go, I think. Rajasthan will definitely go. Whether they get him or not is another thing.
My entire point is he should get a longer
Gujarat Titans.
Riyad Farhad, they should go
Gujarat
for,
Titans will go for him also.
Marco Jansen 4.2 crores to Sunrisers.
Acha, LSG.
LSG. But they'll bow out.
See, Lucknow, one thing you've noticed, they are going for all rounders.
Yeah.
They went yesterday also.
They've got 4 already.
4 already, yes. 4 all-rounders that Lucknow
Lucknow Super
have.
Giants. and,
Lucknow will not get.
See, I'll tell you who all
Sure.
they got. They've got Jason Holder, Krunal Pandya, Stoinis,
Deepak Hooda.
Deepak Hooda. 4 all-rounders. Gautam Gambhir has come with a plan.
Have you seen that video of Butler's welcoming Ash?
I haven't seen it, I've heard about it.
Yeah. But Butler welcoming Ash. I am like, please and welcome to the. I'm ready. to
the
see you
Ashwin posted the video first. Yeah.
It's a big news.
I'll just get it done after this.
So I don't even know if I was audible or not. Anyways,
No, you were, otherwise people would have pointed that out.
basically
on the chat.
Ashwin was the one who posted that video first. Then of course, this is all that marketing PR gimmick. Then,
Give it detail, you give one line and then.
no, nothing much. We all know that marketing episode that happened. Now they would be the best of friends. And this can actually be a very good marketing exercise for the franchisees, you know.
Yeah.
For the franchisees,
Not
or
just the
rather the
Did you hear
franchise.
what Mr. Goenka said when I asked him about Huda and Krunal in one team?
I think.
I said, so now you'll make them friends? He said, no, don't have to be. You don't have to be friends to be in one team. What do you have to be? You play, you are in the team. You want to be friends, be. Don't want to be, no problem. But
Just
you have
perform,
to play.
just perform and
perform.
go
No
out.
Mumbai Indians approach.
Ah.
Just play and
Huda
go.
or Krunal, both of them will feature in
Yeah, one, yeah. different.
They'll both play.
Krunal can bat higher up the order, Huda can come lower. Huda off spinner, left arm spinner, done. Both will play. They can pack it with all rounders. That team.
They might end up batting together also a number of times. They might end up batting together also a number of times.
And one of them can get run out also.
Yeah, that is what I just want to see. I was saying this yesterday that the reactions if one of them gets run out while batting together will be epic to watch. So let's see how that goes. Punjab Kings are
much, huh? 1.4 they are.
no, but that is because they are thinking you'd never know. Once they back out, certainly the another team jumps.
Other one comes in, yeah.
I think you still have some interesting fast bowlers who are going to come up for the auctions. You still got a few wicket-keeper batsmen, interesting hard-hitter batsmen. Vander Dusen, Tim Seifert might just... Daniel Sams is there. Then
I think Lucknow can't go beyond 2 for this. I think so. 2 or 3.
No, they still need more players.
I'll tell you, Lucknow,
6.9 crores. They have.
which is Lucknow. Yeah, they have 11 players right now. 6.9 crore is what is left. If they give 2 odd now, they'll be left with 4.9, and then they'll still need about
7 players.
6 players.
I believe you have to have more than 18 players.
see this Lucknow...
He said 18.
18 is the limit. But,
Yeah, Mr. Goenka said 17.
I think we
sorry,
still
18.
look at 18, 19 players.
Lucknow still be targeting one player at least, and they must have saved a decent amount, maybe say about 3-4 CR for him.
But 4
and that is what might be holding them back from pumping in or
No, but 4
bidding.
if you go for one player, then that's 12 players. Then you need 6 more players
Yes.
with just
Do you think,
2.9 crores.
Do you think it's a good move considering that COVID may come into play? Because any player test positive for COVID, then
With
the
18 players.
then others have to be
Ah.
isolated. They might just struggle to field an 11.
I think
Good point.
that entire process is going to change now.
Now full bubble it will be, hard,
Like
strict
what happened
bubble.
in BBL.
Or
No,
they'll
no,
say it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. Like even in BBL,
But agree, it may not happen with everyone, but the ones who test positive, that they too won't play 7
won't
days.
play, that's
So he's saying, what if 5-6 test positive
three to
together?
4 players,
Possible.
even 3 to 4
I'll come to that. I'll come to that. This is exactly what happened in the BBL, where teams could not.
They had to play assistant coach.
Jay Lenton, one of the assistant coaches, had to become a keeper for his side. So and then the entire Cricket Australia created a replacement pool, okay, where they had a number of players, both former players or somebody who was on the fringes and was not picked by a franchisee. So those players they put it in a pool, and they asked franchisees who had players who were suffering from COVID that you can pick them for your side for these games, things like that. So I am saying now, because this is the post-COVID world, COVID is now a reality. Like everybody knows it can happen to anybody at any time. So I am sure IPL will also have, if it comes to that, even though their bubble will be.
Just isolate it. continue
Yeah.
to-
Yeah.
that's
Like
what-
how India South Africa series.
7-8 test positive, then you're in a trouble. Then I like this idea. So what you do is, you have a pool of domestic cricketers which are there, which maybe that time IPL governing council can say, okay, less players available, call up whoever are these domestic players, you can draft them for a few
And
months.
that
Call
is
up,
how,
take a flight.
English wicketkeeper Ian Cogbin got to play for Strikers. He was there with his wife, who is in I guess Adelaide or somewhere. So COVID thing happened, and then they had to call Cogbin to the team, and he did well. He has scored 2-3 half centuries that got them to the playoffs.
So Ian Cobain, imagine a guy from he plays for Gloucestershire in England, came to Australia for came to Australia for some sort of enjoyment to doing touristy things. Gets a call, boss, are you available to play the BBL? Why? Because we don't have enough players. Okay, comes in, plays as number 3, scores 350s in 4 games, by the way, 4 or 5 games. And takes them to the final playoffs. The third place playoff. They lost to Sydney.
And this will make the franchisees do crazy things. Hayden Kerr bat. He used to bat at 700, and then opened and scored 98 in the semi.
In the second qualifier.
Second qualifier.
Few games that I.
That's why I was.
दुबे जी 24 बजे बनने वाले हैं।
That's why you were pushing for it.
Yeah.
Yes. Did we include him?
No,
No.
no. We like in terms of the players we had.
Okay. Franchisees may go for him at brace price.
Like Daniel Sams also for that matter. Like I'm saying, Sams and him are pretty similar. They both can strike the ball big, and they are both left-arm pacers who bowl at like can bowl 140 also, can bowl those slower deliveries as well. So
I have a question. Manas is asking who will replace Hardik as a second finisher in MI?
In Mumbai Indians.
Yeah, who will replace Hardik?
We can't say.
अभी तो Mumbai. My entire point is Mumbai. We don't even know who they are going for.
Finisher is Pollard, yeah. What are you saying?
Were you surprised that Mumbai Indians?
Brevis. What if Brevis does the job? The young 19-year-old baby.
Too much pressure on him.
They will have to get someone.
Achha, were you surprised when Mumbai Indians didn't bid for Kunal Pandya? They didn't even bid. I think they opened the bidding. If I'm not wrong, the first bid that was made for Kunal Pandya, if I'm not wrong, was from Akash Ambani from Mumbai Indians. That's it. Thereafter, they were out.
So sometime what happens is maybe others joined in and he must have seen, okay, let's see how far it goes.
No, that was the first bid.
That's something. In first,
That's the first bid that they made. Thereafter, they didn't.
yeah, so I'm saying if I made the first and you made the second, right? Then maybe he made the third, in which case I'm sitting over itna upar gaya. So let's see kahan tak jata hai. Maybe I'll go till 4 CR. I don't know.
No, I am saying
Maybe
maybe that.
Mumbai didn't bid for Kunal Pandya.
No, no.
It was Punjab who started.
See, they didn't even bid.
He was sold to LSG. Gujarat
No,
Titans.
that, so Mumbai
Mumbai
never.
was never.
They have disowned the Pandya brothers.
So isn't it surprising?
Maybe it was a package deal that
How much
Hardik
did
has
he go
gone.
for?
So
8.25
They have disowned.
crores from base price 2 crores.
No, but.
Oh, Dubey sold to Super Kings for 4 crores.
Exactly 4 CR.
4 CR is Chennai Super Kings.
I think good buy. Yeah. Very good buy.
I think
It's a mid. I don't think.
No,
they're going young.
But they have retained their.
they have retained their core. They have 8 or 9 players from last season.
See, they didn't get Shah Rukh Khan, no? They had to get a finisher.
Boss, we are not talking about Punjab. Batting is also looking strong.
They have Thala.
They've got Johnny Bairstow, they've got Shikhar Dhawan, they have got Shah Rukh Khan, they have got this guy, Liam Livingston,
Chennai will also need a
wicket keeper, apart from Dhoni.
Because I don't know, because we don't know how long Dhoni is going to continue carry on because this.
I think one season though he'll play.
That's fine, but.
This season.
This season.
I think
Anyway, you need a backup wicket keeper, right?
Raidu is
Any
there
niggle.
although Raidu registered himself.
Keeper batter.
Younger.
Shall we end the stream? Or?
Yes, we
And
can.
then we should come back
Riappa Gautam.
in the break.
Yes, so that I can also go and update stuff for the desk.
Yes. Chalo ji.
No, one. I have
Okay.
to
He has to
inform
inform.
Oh, okay.
So Krishnappa Gautam, Lucknow is bidding for him,
Process.
another all-rounder.
He went for 9.25 CR last time, right?
Huh?
9.25 or something.
Not-
CSK.
Huh.
9.25.
Yeah.
He was the most.
But hardly
he was the
played.
most expensive uncapped player.
But hardly played. He was the most before Avesh Khan yesterday. He was the costliest uncapped player, Krishnappa Gautam.
So you can wrap up.
CSK didn't need them, no? They
So
won.
thanks for joining us. Now we will see you in the first break, which will be the lunch break, I think, directly, because we get a lot of traffic during breaks more than the auction. So
Satyam Sharma says Rahul Rawat's sneakers are awesome.
wow, Rahul.
Who are these people who keep talking about shoes all the time? I need to buy white sneakers.
Yes, yes.
I need to buy white sneakers
His
now.
Sneakers yesterday.
Yes, I'm saying he loves sneakers.
They are the same sneaker that.
Why?
Anyway, so we'll.
We say give the closing remarks and then we.
Yeah, we'll see you in the break and hopefully there will be no.
Surprises?
Surprises before the break, like. Anyways, see you.
Bye.
Great conclusion.